The following program is brought to you by the Internet Broadcasting Organization. Welcome to Let's Talk Business Tampa Bay, a live interactive TV show where you can receive help for your business and also participate in on-air brainstorming sessions to help others in their business. And now, your hosts, Carl Lucci and Walt Mooring.
Hey, good evening, everybody. This is our very first Let's Talk Business Tampa Bay show, and we hope to help a lot of people in business. And I'm here with Walt Mooring. He's a business coach, I should say, with Core Business Solutions, and I'm a business consultant with Success Builders. Our show is a very simple format. Basically, what we want to do is bring information to you about business, about information, and tools that you can use in your business to hopefully grow your business. Instead of the typical type information that you might read in a book or you might have heard at a seminar, we're going to bring practical knowledge that we've gained over 30 years of experience. And it's our intention to have a very simple format. We want you to be involved in this so you can call in. That will be in future shows. Tonight we're not going to have call-ins because this is our first show. We also will have a guest business in that we'll do interviews with so you can learn about their business, and we'll help promote them as well as give you some insight on what is available in the Tampa Bay area. We want to pick topics, and I've got some notes here that I want to make sure I don't forget anything on the first show. But we're going to have the availability for you to call in on a telephone number, which is 813-235-0644. It's on your screen about right there. So you might want to write that down for future shows. Tonight, like I said, because it's our first show, we're not going to have a call-in. Some of the topics we're going to discuss are how to make your business distinct. Those of you who know me know that I talk about either you're very distinct in your business or you'll become extinct in your business. You've got to set yourself aside from everybody else. So we're going to devote some time to that in future shows. And then we're going to talk about things like search engine optimization. There's a lot of misinformation out there about that. I think there's a lot of people, you probably receive emails constantly about people are going to put you on the first page of Google. We want to bring the truth about that. So we'll be talking a little bit about your website and search engine optimization, and also how to design your website to make it the best you can possibly be. Believe it or not, it's not always the pretty website that works the best. So we'll be talking about that. And also the using video in your business, not only through like internet, television, but just video itself. What kind of videos do you need to use for the internet and for your business, and the right and wrong way to do that, and how to produce your own videos. Also, we're going to talk about where to advertise and promote your business. Advertising, free advertising, paid advertising, what is best for your business. So we want to make this very interactive so that you get the answers you need for your business. And we're also going to talk about business networking. Both Walt and I have networking businesses, well, not businesses, but internet networking meetings where we have people come, and ours are free. And but there's good places to network, and there's places that won't work for you. So we want to talk about the best ways to get the most out of your networking. And this week, we're going to discuss a little bit about distribution and marketing. And well, tell the viewers a little bit about the benefits of being a guest. You can be a guest on the show as well. We're going to have guests come on from once in a while. And Walt is going to tell you a little bit about how to be a guest and the benefits of being a guest on Let's Talk Business Tampa Bay.
The key here is, one of our missions here is to give your business more visibility, better visibility within the current market. Any business needs additional visibility. The more you get your message out to more people, the more people learn about your business, know what you provide, how you're different from others, and that's really one of the things that we want to provide to our guests, is that they have the opportunity to talk about their business, get it out to as many people as possible. And we're going to be working very, very hard to increase the distribution of this show, not only locally, but over time, nationally, we hope as well, to really make an impact for all businesses. And so that's really what we're shooting for. Bottom line, we're all about helping people with their business. Carl and I do that both with our clients, but now we have an opportunity to expand that reach so we deal with other people that aren't necessarily clients and help them grow their business. Many business people struggle with growing their business because they struggle with the idea of having to work in the business all the time. And the real key is for them to learn how to work on the business, not in the business all the time. You hear me talk about that at all the networking groups and so forth when I talk to people about business. But that's an important aspect. One of the most important aspects to growing a business is that the business owner understands that he's got to work on the business, not in it all the time. And that's critical. So this is another opportunity for a business owner to work on their business because they can get ideas, more visibility, etc. from this show. And if you'd like to be a guest business on the show, you go to this website, which is letstalkbusiness-tampabay.com. And you'll find all the information you need there to get connected with Carl and I, and we talk about how to get you on the show. And that's really the biggest benefit for all of you, any business owner, is increased visibility and increased marketing reach for your business.
Okay, thanks, Walt. So if you want to become a guest on the show, we encourage you to go to the website and check that out, and you can contact us by email or whatever if you have any questions, and we'll see if we can't get you on the show. As I said, the first topic we're going to talk about this week, and we're not going to spend a lot of time on this because this is our first show, and we're trying to get our feet and understand how we need to best do this show. We're going to talk about distribution or marketing your business. I would say that probably 90% of the people I talk to have got a great idea, they've got a great product or a great service, but they never think about when they're setting up their business how they're going to distribute it. Who's going to want it? How am I going to get to them? What is the best way to do that? And it's such an integral part of the business that sometimes I think it's more important than the actual product or service that they're trying to sell. And I can prove that. I looked up some statistics, and those of you who are my age or maybe a little younger than me might remember that in the 70s there was a product called the Pet Rock. I don't know how many people remember that. It was basically a rock in a box. And this guy bought rocks in Mexico, put them in a box, and then he started marketing those. He even taught how to train the rock. There was no internet back then. There was very little bit of marketing like we have today. And in the 70s, he made $15 million selling a rock. Now, if you can sell a rock, you can sell just about anything if you know how to market it properly, and obviously he did. Bottled water, believe it or not, every year they sell over $15 billion worth of bottled water wholesale. That's not the retail, that's the wholesale. And what is it? It's water in a bottle. They've even come out with statistics recently that said most bottled water is not any better than what you're getting out of your tap. But they market it, they distribute it, and they know how to get it out to the masses. Also, do you remember the Snuggie? A few years back, they sold a robe that people put on backwards, and they sold over 20 million of those at $15 a piece. Now, if you had a robe at home, you didn't need one, but people went out and bought it. Why? Because they used the proper distribution outlets and the proper marketing to get that product out there. Most of you probably know, because it's still around, there's a publication on the stands. If you go to a 7-Eleven, I know they're still there, called the Auto Trader. Okay, I knew the founder of that business, and he sold pictures, ugly pictures, no offense, of ugly cars and old cars with an ad, and he sold those for about $5 a piece. If it had not been for 7-Eleven, there never would have been an Auto Trader, because that was his distribution outlet. He figured that if he could get it into 7-Elevens and sell it at the right price, he would get enough people to purchase those. Nobody knows exactly how much he sold Auto Trader for, but I do know that Cox Media, who purchased it from him, a few months after they bought it, had people wanting to purchase it for as much as $300 million. So they estimate that Stuart Arnold sold that for somewhere between $100 million and $300 million. Why? Because he built a value through distribution. It didn't have pretty pictures in it. He created a money machine. And that's kind of what everybody would like to do with their business. Now, I'm giving you the cream of the crop in some instances, but I'm just trying to get a point across that it's not always about the content. It's not always about the product. It's good to have, and it's very important to have good content and a good product or good service, but it's not necessarily the magic number that you need to have to be successful. You've got to have a combination of what you like to do and are passionate about, along with the proper marketing. So what you have to do is you have to research the best way to market your business, or hire someone who knows how to do that and work with them, and then do it on a consistent basis over and over and over. That's what's going to make you successful in your business. Now, we're not taking call-ins tonight. If we were taking call-ins, we'd be able to talk to you individually about your specific business. But at any time, Walt and I will both make ourselves available. You can go to Let's Talk Business Tampa Bay, -tampabay.com. You can contact us. We'll be happy to offer you a 1-hour free consultation to see if we can help you figure out what kind of distribution you need. Or you're also welcome to attend any of our networking meetings. My networking group is called Tampa Bay Networkers, and you can find that online. And we have several different meetings, and you need to find the right meeting for you. So you can check out which meetings are the best ones, and then you need to attend those meetings. That's another whole topic that we'll talk about. As I said before, we're also going to have guests on the show. And being that we're talking about distribution, I thought it was a perfect segue. We're here at Talkwad Studios, and Alex Wadworth is the person who owns the studio and is running it. And I thought it was just perfect for us to interview Alex to find out a little bit more about internet television, or television. No longer need to call it internet. And Walt is going to ask, or interview, I should say, Alex. And this is kind of what you will have an opportunity to do as well if you get on the show. So it's going to give you more exposure to your business. So I'm going to turn this over to Walt now and let him interview Alex.
Hi, Alex. Thanks for being in here today
much for having me on.
and providing this great facility for us for the show. For those of you who've never been here to this facility at Talkwad Studios here on Linebaugh in Tampa, it's incredible what they have. It's state of the art. You've got to stop in, and Alex is so proud of it. He gives tours all the time, and it's incredible. He has such a passion for the business. He's very, very good at it. So if you call in and talk to him anytime you want to, call me. We can connect you with him. He'd love to have you in and see the facility he has. It's really incredible. But what I wanted to do is to introduce Alex to the Tampa market as much as we can. Again, it's about distribution, and that's what this show is all about, is to help people with distribution of their products and services. And we thought, since it's appropriate that we're doing our first show here, and we plan to do them for a long period here, that I want you to learn more about Alex, his vision, what he's got going here, so you can have a better understanding of how Talkwad Studios and or this show can help you distribute and market your product. So, Alex, I want to ask you a question for the viewers. I think probably they'll want to know is, how did you get into this business? I mean, it's nothing, I don't think there's a degree for it or anything like that. So how did you learn and get into this business?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of different choices. First off, thank you guys for letting me come on your first show today. I really appreciate it. Not only are you building the industry by advising us and teaching us, how to really have a strong business, but it's in the new media broadcasting. A lot of internet radio, a lot of internet TV, they don't really take it as seriously as it's going to be in the next 5 or 10 years. There are obviously terrestrial and radio stations that are implementing into new media, really like getting online and doing those things. But these new studios that are just popping up that are independently owned, they're really not all of them are taking the serious step of bringing on business advising and different things like that. I really think we're pushing it here. So, but to answer your question, how did I get involved in this? I love to talk. So that's what I do. I love people who like to talk. My whole yeah.
And believe me, if you've ever met him, once you introduce yourself, it's the Alex Show.
Yeah,
He's
well,
great.
what I say is this. I say I named it Talkwad Studios because I wanted people to know that I talk a lot. I know that. So, and there's other people here that talk a lot too. There's a lot of talk shows here, and they go on and on. And a matter of fact, we're going to be trying to break the Guinness World Record for longest talk show. It's going to be 7 days long. So for every 1 hour, you get a 5-minute break. So you can accumulate time. So basically, every 22 hours, you will get 2 hours of rest. So I think we can do that.
Yeah.
It's really good for you to talk.
I like fun.
Absolutely. How I got involved into the business on a more serious note was I served in the military in Italy, and I was in Europe for a while. I was trying to reach back into American culture, stay with my friends, really try to stay up to date with what's going on in America. It was at the same time during the election that we had, and it was kind of hard because they don't really have a regular cable television over there and all that kind of stuff. So, and that's what we were kind of used to, about 7 years ago. Everybody kind of had TV. You could turn it on and kind of figure out what's going on. Well, as everybody knows, cable television subscriptions are going down. I think it was 116,000 cable subscriptions went out last year. And it's going to be more and more and more until eventually it's going to be all online media. When people say, oh, it's an internet TV show, it's an internet radio show, what I tell them is it's a TV show. What you're watching right here is you're watching a TV. Some of you are watching it on your computer, and some of you are watching it on your TV if they have the Apple TV or any type of device that allows them to watch it on their TV. Most people I know have their computers hooked up to their TV. So these are TV shows. And the people who kind of argue a little bit, I say, understand this. When you go to watch a Netflix movie, do you watch an internet movie? Or do you just watch a movie? Because it's a movie.
Just a movie.
These are movies that are streamed over the internet. They're not streamed over cable. They're not streamed over. This is internet TV. It is TV. Just like cable TV is TV. There's really no difference. This is how we got involved in this, and we're continuing to grow. We're making a difference. We're here to help other internet radio stations, other internet TV stations build. And you come to Talkwad Studios, which is a production facility for people to be able to create their own content at an extremely affordable rate.
That's terrific. So in what you look at, and there's another area I want to go into. We're going to talk about the IBO, Internet Broadcasting Organization, which is another part of Alex's business. But I want to talk to you about, in terms of your studio, your operation here, how are you different from the other studios out there locally? How are you different from them?
Well, I believe you two sitting right here makes us slightly different. We bring on business advisors, people who understand that distribution is key. When Carl first came to me, he said, distribution. I was like, that's really, I don't quite get it. I don't quite believe in it, but now I get it. I totally understand. Distribution is key to any success. Even if you're at a garage sale, right? You still want to distribute what you have in your front yard. You got to get it out. It doesn't matter if you're just have a small 25-cent yard sale. You got to get what you're offering out to the public so people can come in and use your services so they can go out and put their product out. And it's just a circle of life in business. We've teamed up with TampaBay.tv, with St. Pete.tv here in the local area, and other distribution outlets, so people that produce with our studios, Talkwad Studios, will not only be on wherever they have a home, which could be Nerdcore Radio, which could be Rock Slam Radio, which could be any local independently owned studio can come to Talkwad Studios, produce their content, and be part of our distribution, which is, like I said, TampaBay.tv, St. Pete.tv, obviously Talkwad Studios, Talkwad TV. We want to put it all over the world. Everybody that's watching this could be watching it on YouTube, could be listening to it on iTunes. It's all about putting out as many distribution channels as possible and keeping it free or very affordable for people to view.
That's terrific. So in terms of your target market or your ideal customer, how would you describe your ideal customer for Talkwad Studios?
Well, a little joke that I tell people. I say I like to find people who like to talk. Those are my ideal customers. Obviously, if people who don't like to talk, we do have production. We can help. They can come in and be part of a production. But anybody who likes to talk, whether it's to promote their business, for example, your show, or their passion, or their hobbies. We have some hobbyists that come here and talk about dogs and things like that, and they really enjoy it. It's a good way to get your passion out there and really kind of get involved with other people that also love the passion that you have. We have a Nerdorama. They do a show called Panel to Panel. channel. That's their hobby. That's their passion. They love it, and they want to talk about different types of megacons and different types of things that are in their hobbies and their culture. Well, that's what they do. They use this outlet to reach out to other people, and as you say, Walt, they use it to expose their expertise. Right. So that's what our target audience is. Anybody who's looking to put out a message that wants to kind of promote themselves or promote their business or grow their business. They can use their shows to highlight some of the struggles that someone might be going through, with the underlying issue always being, if you need more information, give us a call. I believe right when you guys started your show, you said, we will give you 1 hour of consulting for free. If you need more information, we can help you. And that's the best way to do it. They get an hour or 30 minutes worth of a chance to see, is this guy, he really knows what he's talking about, he really knows what he's doing? This is how you can tell, because this is the real deal. This is where people can interview each other, and it's just a really strong, powerful tool.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I want to touch very briefly. He has another organization called the IBO, Internet Broadcasting Organization, and this is a nonprofit that's headed to really help others. Can you just give us a brief synopsis of the mission of that organization?
Okay, so anybody who's watching this TV show here knows that there are independent internet broadcasting studios around. It doesn't matter if they're in St. Peter, Tampa, or Sarasota, Orlando. If you know of somebody that has an internet radio station, internet TV station, any type of broadcasting internet station, I found when we first started this company, we were an internet radio station. We were just like the rest of them, and we grew from Comedy Slam Radio to Spirit Pioneers to Military Chat Radio. We had about 17 different internet radio stations going. But one thing that we found is that there wasn't enough standardization and definition in the industry. We used IBO to create this standard for new media broadcasting. What we do is we stimulate economic growth in new media broadcasting by creating jobs and creating opportunities for people. And what I mean by opportunities is, if you know somebody who has an internet radio or internet TV station or broadcasting station and they want somewhere to come, they can come to the Internet Broadcasting Organization and they can build their brand, they can build their atmosphere, they can really make a difference. That's what the IBO is all about. Just to kind of touch base, and you already know where I'm going with this, IBO and its board of directors is putting on the Talkie Awards. That's this Friday. It's our first regional Talkie Award, and that's going to be here in the Tampa Bay to highlight all the broadcasters here in Tampa. Obviously, we'll be moving to Orlando and doing the Orlando Regional and Miami. The best of the best out of all the broadcasters will come together in a year and just kind of support the industry, build the industry, and I highly encourage you, if you're interested at all in new media broadcasting, please come to the Talkie Awards. That's this Friday, April 4th at the Tampa Picture Show. You can find out more information at thetalkieawards.com.
All right. Very good. Carl?
Okay. All right. It's all about distribution is what we were talking about. And Alex made me think about something. Back in the 80s, I was involved with a cable production network. And at that time, believe it or not, you could buy a half hour on cable to produce a show for about $15. I mean, it was really inexpensive. And the reason is there was not many people that had cable. Everybody still had antennas, if any of you can still remember those days. And it was really inexpensive. Well, the same thing is happening with the internet. There's not a lot of people that are watching internet TV right now, but this is the time to start. Number one, to help you grow your business, because more and more people are going to be watching it. This is the time to get into it. I had an opportunity a couple of years ago to do it, and I didn't do it because there was not much viewership. But anyway, I just want to get across that what Alex is doing here is very valuable for your business and for everybody's business in the Tampa Bay area. Okay, we were going to talk about giving away some prizes. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but in order for us to get distribution, we need to have more viewers. And we want you to tell all your friends to watch so we can help them in their business, and it also will help us stay on the air. So we need to get that distribution out there. So we're asking for your help. And as a little bit of an incentive, we're going to be giving away some prizes. And this week, what we're going to do is that in the next half hour, you need to go to letstalkbusiness-tampabay.com and email us with LTB123. If you email that in the next 30 minutes, we're going to put you in the hopper to have a drawing to win a free lunch at Ferg's. And if you haven't had his prime rib at lunch, it's amazing. And we also have a gift card from DeMille's Restaurant in Pinellas Park. So 2 people are going to win that. And also, Walt has something that he covered with some today on the internet and sent it out to a lot of people that he's going to talk about, that is a special code that he put in to win something else. So I'm going to throw this back to Walt for a second to let him explain that quickly.
Yeah, I sent out an email this afternoon, email blast to many of you, and talking about a secret word. And on the email explains the benefits of knowing the secret word. And so if you got that email, the secret word is baseball. So just follow. If you got the email, check your email. Probably may be in your junk folder, but check it out. But it's from me, and it talks about, I sent out this afternoon, and the secret word is baseball. Just follow the directions in the email.
Okay, so we're just about at the end of the show. I can't believe we've gone through a half hour, so I learned something already, that we have to keep this very tight and to the point. So it's been a learning situation for us tonight. We really appreciate you all viewing, and we want you to please tell other people about it so we can make this thing as good as we possibly can and provide as much information as we can for area businesses in the Tampa Bay. That's where we live, and that's who we should support. So I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank Alex and Walt for helping me with this. And, you know, if you can, tune in next week and find out who won the free gift cards. And we're going to have different prizes all the time, and we're going to try to build this up as best we possibly can. So I guess we're just about, you know, done. And I think that if Chris back there wants to sign us out, I just want to thank everybody for listening in. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
This program was brought to you by the Internet Broadcasting Organization, setting the standard for new media broadcasting.